first off, have you ever been here before? You have not. Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to fill out some paperwork real quick. Just your name, date of birth, a little bit of prior medical information. Okay, great. And do you have insurance? Oh, no, you don't have insurance. Well, not a problem. A lot of people don't. It is kind of expensive right now. Our self-pay rate without insurance is $100. Oh, I see. You were just recently laid off a job. Well, that does happen. Unfortunately, we've had people in the past where we let them go in the back and see the provider, get their medications, go through a full physical exam, and they say they're gonna pay back later, and they never really do. Yeah, I hear you. You're gonna pay it back. I know. Again, that's what they all say. I might as well just go ahead and take that paperwork back from you. You don't need to fill that out. There is a clinic up the road. They might do it for free. Oh, yeah, I hear that you're gonna pay it back later. But let's be real, you're not. It's a free visit. You're gonna say it. We're gonna threaten collections on you. It's just, you know. What was that? You are gonna pay the $100. I thought you just said you got laid off of work, though. Your family probably won't be able to eat for a couple days. Well, I mean, you're the one who wanted to come into the walk-in today, not me. So, yes, I'm hearing you. Like I said, it's gonna have to be all up front or nothing. No, I'm just the front desk receptionist, so I can't guarantee that the provider's gonna prescribe you anything or do anything for you today. I mean, he more than likely will, but I can't guarantee that. What are you looking for, like pain meds or something? Oh, you just have some sinus. Well, I mean, let's be real here. You want your family to go on without eating for a couple of days just because you have a little sinuses every spring. Look, your life and not mine. Go ahead, fill out the paperwork. Alright, and will this be credit or debit today? Credit. So you really don't have the money. So you're gonna max out your credit limit just so you can come in for your sinuses. Gotcha. There's definitely not over-the-counter stuff for that, but whatever. Alright, go ahead and swipe your card when you're ready. Okay. It appears that your card declined. Do you have another one? Yes, okay, well, let's try that one. Why did it decline? I can't see that on my end. You're gonna have to contact your credit card company. Alright, go ahead and swipe with your second card. Alright, that did go through. Alright. I'd say your family's not gonna be able to eat for a whole week after that one, but let's be honest. Now, look, normally people just come in, they fill out the paperwork, their insurance is good. I don't even bother with anything. I just put their name on the schedule real quick, and we move on about our day. I'm not the one making it difficult. every single day. That's complicated. You are that one for today. Everyone else that comes in, they're just quick, easy breezy. You, on the other hand, you're making it kind of difficult. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go put you. Let's see. Yes, it's currently 12 o'clock. We got about. Let me see here. I think we got about 4 people in the back right now waiting to be seen by the provider, and 3 out in the waiting room. So you'll be number 8 in line. But see, it's 12 o'clock, so the provider's probably on lunch, and about half our medical assistants are on lunch as well. So, I mean, honestly, you're looking at probably like a 2 to 3 hour wait. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just the front desk receptionist. I don't control these things. So yeah, you probably won't be seen till at least 3 o'clock. I mean, the provider, they're only supposed to take a 30-minute lunch, but let's be real here. I think we got some really good Panera from a drug rep today. Yeah, so that provider's probably going to take at least an hour to eat and talk to the drug rep and whatnot. Yeah. And then the medical assistants, they never take 30 minutes. Let's be real here. They're going to take like a 45. So then the next group that goes, they're going to take a 45. We're very short-staffed at lunchtime. It's definitely all your fault that you came in at lunch. And, well, yes, and now your family gets to starve as well. So I don't see how this is my problem at all. But I got you on the schedule. All right. One of the medical assistants is ready to take you back. Or what's that? Oh, never mind. No, they're actually going to go on lunch. Looks like it's just me running the whole building right now. So, what was that? Oh yeah, the provider's just going on lunch now. There's 4 people in the back rooms right now. None of them got seen. They've probably been waiting a good hour as well. So, yeah, I know the provider, he's hungry, so he's going to go on lunch. Yeah, so, this is the front desk. There's a lot of people in the background, so, HIPAA, SHMIPAA, I'm just going to do all your vital signs and get your information real quick right here at the front desk. I feel like we have a good rapport going. Yes, certainly. So, with that, let me just get some basic information. What was your name again? Alright, and your date of birth? Yes, I know you filled it out on all that paperwork. Literally all we do with the paperwork is scan it into your chart. Nobody really looks at it. It's just kind of a permission to treat form. So, in case you try to sue us one day saying, hey, you didn't give permission, well, we have your signature. So, I'm not going to even look at that. That just disgusts me. So, I'm just going to put it in the scan pile. In essence, everyone, not a single person in this office does scanning. So, there's an absolute mound of paperwork over on the side. Yeah, that'll take us like probably several months to scan when somebody finally does get the nerve to scan, but hey, not my problem. I'm front desk. I'm too busy checking people in, am I right? I kid. Alright. And, are you currently taking any medications? Okay. Alright. And, let's see, any allergies to medications? Okay. A lot of people are allergic to penicillin, so that's okay. Alright, past medical history. Any surgeries recently? Any medical conditions, ongoing or past? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. I am going to check your blood pressure real quick. Well, yes, I understand that you're pretty upset from the way I've been speaking with you. No, I'm not going to get a manager. Frankly, for all you know, I am the manager, so... Yes, okay, well, I'm going to take a quick blood pressure on you. Just put that around your arm. Yes, I know we are still in the waiting room. Again, I don't care. I have to check patients in. And you're honestly, you're the one holding everything up at this point. So, again, I'm going to take a quick blood pressure on you. What was that? You feel like your arm is suffocating. Honey, the dial's only at 100. We still have a long way to go. Let's be real here. Alright. Yeah, I'd like to crank it up to 300. Just because you never know. Yeah, most people they're fine at like 120. But I just like to really be sure. So, yes, I can see your arm is turning red, and wow, 300 is really the max, but so I can't really read any of this, but I'll keep cranking. Looks like your blood pressure is 200 over 100. You could honestly go into a stroke at any moment. Again, not my problem. We actually had a guy, very similar situation to yours, where he was being very difficult to me working the front desk. And so his blood pressure spiked. He was like, oh my gosh. He was even higher than yours was. And while he was waiting in our office to be seen by the provider, again, lunchtime, you know how it goes. Both of his kidneys failed. Yeah, he had to go to the hospital. It was the craziest thing. He waited in here like 3 hours. Went back. Probably waited another hour in the room before the provider came in. Just looked at him, said, I think, both your kidneys are blown out. Sent him over to the ER. We did absolutely nothing. I think we got like $200 from his insurance. It's crazy, I know. Oh yeah, no, actually both his kidneys blew out. Yeah, he's on dialysis for the rest of his life now. Honestly, pretty crazy. You might want to, honestly, you might want to be, you might want to check out. I can have the provider take a look if you want. I mean, there's not really much we can do in office. We don't have any, like, ultrasounds or anything. So, I mean, we can get you a referral for an ultrasound if you want. Trust me, that'll be just as complicated as what me and you have been doing here today. Okay, well, why did I bring up the guy with the blown out kidneys? Well, because, again, it's going to be at least another... I mean, it hasn't even been 10 minutes since me and you started talking, so... Yeah, you're still looking at probably another 3 hours. Again, the provider, he just went back on lunch. And again, it looks like some really good Panera. So, again, the longer me and you talk, the longer it'll take me to go on lunch, so... Yeah, so... with that... I forgot, I need to take your temperature. Now, if you are running a fever... honestly, I'm just going to kick you out of the clinic. We don't need any sick people here. Yes, we're a walk-in, but let's be real here. I don't want to get infected with anything, especially respiratory. Me and you are kind of close, so let me just do a quick. Well, you're actually reading a low. These things don't, honestly, these things don't even work. Why am I wasting your time with this? Well, okay, for insurance purposes, but also for your medical chart, I need to put a temperature in your chart, even if it's totally bogus. So since it's low, I'm just gonna make something up like 97.0. I'll just make a number up. And, let me just put that in your chart real quick. Okay. So, yeah, why do I bother? See, most of the time, unfortunately, me and you are kind of close. You'd see most of the time what I do is, I would, you're the patient here, I would take the temperature, and then if it's at like low, which 9 times out of 10 it is, because pieces of junk, and then I would, without showing them the dial, I just kind of stuff it in my pocket. Just make up a number. And honestly, if those things if they read normal, then you probably have a fee for, like, total garbage. Wasting everyone's time there. I know. I know you don't feel well and you got some sinuses, but, yeah, I know you want to make it quick and be, just, yes, I appreciate that, but let's be real here. You're gonna go home. You don't have any food to put on the table now, so why are you in a rush to go home? Yeah, that's what I thought. This right here is it's a pulse ox. It's gonna get your pulse and your oxygen. So stick a finger out for me. Your oxygen's fine. It's at 100%. Your pulse was also at 100. That's a little elevated, but not. Well, I know. I see you've been riling yourself up. So again, not my problem, but. Alright, so I have your past medical information. I've gotten some numbers for your chart. Do you know your height and weight? Why is that relevant? Well, again, just something to put in the chart in case you sue us for, like, anything. Having those numbers in the chart makes it look like we did a lot more than we really did, so. And I'll let you in a little secret. Most of the time, weight does not matter for adults. For children, it does matter because then you have to multiply their weight by the dose you're giving them, and to see like the maximum dose you can give them or the minimum. And again, I'm just a medical assistant. I don't know, but the weight does matter for children. However, adults, it's totally bogus. They'll actually put in that they talk to you about being overweight. And they'll get even more money. They'll say, hey, we dieted, we talked about diets, we talked about exercise, They get even more money from the insurance company by doing that. Even though, let's be real, they don't, Well, yeah. I don't know, the doctor might have a conversation with you about that as well. Again, I am the manager, so there's no one to complain to. So. Alrighty. Well, with that, your blood pressure's elevated, your heart rate's up a little bit. But anyway, with that for now, the provider, like I said, as soon as a room opens up, which, let's be real, it won't open up anytime soon, but as soon as a room opens up, we'll take you back, and you can wait probably another good hour back there before the provider comes in, so. Alright, they'll be in with you in just a moment. You can have a seat in that crowded waiting room with other sick people. Again, not my problem. be with you shortly. What? Hello there. Yes, well, it was a really good lunch, I'm not gonna lie. Well, anyway, before you get to yelling at me, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Dylan. I'm one of the nurse practitioners here. You thought you were seeing a doctor? Well, in this state, we have nurse practitioners have prescriptive authority. They have independent practice, so we can do everything that a doctor can, honestly. Just with, like, at least half the schooling. Yes. So no, you're not seeing a doctor. We don't have any here. Yes, the young boy at the front desk, his name was also Dylan. That's because he's my son. I should discipline him more. Well, I think he likes to just speak his mind. He likes to just tell it as it is. I like that about him. I like that when a person can just tell you as it is. They don't have to sit here and sugarcoat and just make it as complicated as possible. So, well, again, that is your fault. You're the one who got unemployed, not me. I'm making a lot of money just sitting here and doing basic stuff. So, yeah, you're not feeding your family, not my problem. Technically, I could just tell you, technically, and let's be real here, I could just put down in my notes that you are being uncooperative, and I decided not to prescribe anything, and I could just kick you out after waiting for 3 hours, but I'm going to be the bigger person and the better person here, and go ahead and see you today. How's that sound? I find that is actually a generous thing to see you today. Again, I just explained I don't have to, so. Okay, well, I know you've been waiting for, oh god, that Panero was really good. It's almost 4 o'clock now. I know you've been waiting for almost 4 hours, but, oh my gosh, funny story. That's gonna take up a lot of your time and have nothing to do with anything, but the drug rep that came in today, they were scheduled for last week, but 12 o'clock came and no food came. It was crazy. So we called them up and they said that they forgot, even though we have a little calendar in the back that they put their business card on. Lets us know and them know that they have a lunch. So they never came in, so we kind of went hungry. So actually, just like last week, I can understand where you're coming from on the hunger aspect of things. Yes. Well, I just DoorDashed something like 30 minutes later, but besides the point. He felt bad, so he kind of wanted to make up for it, so he brought all kinds. Oh my gosh, we had so many sandwiches and just. What does this have to do with it? Oh, you came in at lunchtime today, so you thought you were gonna get in and out before you went to lunch. So you haven't had a lunch, or, and you don't eat breakfast, so you haven't eaten anything. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you haven't eaten anything all day. As a medical provider, I'd have to discourage this, and I'm gonna put some notes in your chart about how, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, you're not a very good patient. Let me put that in your chart real quick. Alright, so now that that's in your chart forever, let's see. Let me do a quick listen to your lungs. Alright. Alright, and let me get a quick listen to your heart as well. I can hear a little bit of congestion in your lungs, so let me read the notes here. It says you're in for some sinuses and some afraid your kidneys might get blown out. We did have a guy come in last week. His kidneys got blown out. It was the craziest story. Do you want me to... What was that? Oh, no, my son told you up front. Yeah, I mean, it really is a great story. I mean, it's crazy. Am I kind of breaking him up by telling you that one? I didn't mention the patient's name or anything about them, so it's kind of up to interpretation. I could be fabricating the whole story. You wouldn't even know, so suicide. So I've done the absolutely bare minimum of physical assessment that I could possibly do. Yeah, I could check your ears and your nose. I could do all that stuff, but I've technically given you a physical assessment, so the $100 price tag is really justified at this point. So with that, do you have any allergies to medications? Penicillin. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you amoxicillin. There's a high chance, not 100% chance, but there's a high chance you'll have an allergic reaction to that and have to, so then you'll have to come back in here and pay another $100. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and prescribe some amoxicillin, the big 800 milligram ones. So if you do have a reaction, it'll be a really bad one. Let's be real here. Alright, and what was that? Well, to be honest, you could have used your $100 and gone to a local drugstore and just gotten some over-the-counter stuff for like half the price as this prescription stuff. But yeah, I mean, you could have got like eye drops, allergy meds. Like you could have gotten like a 30-pack of like Singulair for, I don't even know, a couple. It's not even that much money nowadays, really. But now you paid $100, and you have to go to the pharmacy without insurance to get the prescriptions that I'm going to prescribe. So, which more than likely you won't be able to afford, and you'll just have to go with the over-the-counter stuff anyway. Yeah, again, your problem, not mine. And honestly, it's nearing 5 o'clock, so it's getting kind of close to closing time. So if there is any problems at the pharmacy or anything, I'm not answering the call tonight. Technically, as the owner of the practice, I'm supposed to answer a call, but see, funny story. See, I have a 24-hour call set up to my cell phone because legally I have to, in case there's any medical emergencies. The problem is, people are crazy, so they like to call at like 2 in the morning thinking they're having a heart attack. In which case, the only thing I can tell them to do is go to the ER because the practice is closed. So, what can I do at 1 or 2 in the morning? Like, let's be real here. So, you just woke me up for me to say, go to the ER. Nothing I can do unless you feel like waiting to come in the next day. So, but honestly, I don't even answer call anymore. Once you've been woken up at 2 in the morning, one too many times, you know, it's just, yeah, people are crazy. Just, if you think you call me to tell you to go to the ER. What was that? This has nothing to do with anything right now. Well, actually, yeah, you are kind of right. I don't want to keep you much longer than I have to, because I got charts to do, and I want to go home. There's a line of about 20 people outside right now. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm going to have to work late tonight. Oh, no. There's 20 people after you. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm going to have to work late tonight. That is so ridiculous. Man, I thought I was going to be able to go home and eat some nice dinner with the family, but again, I know you're not going to be able to eat tonight, and you're starving, but not my problem. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll be really nice about this. I'll see if there's some leftover sandwiches in the back. Yeah, or actually,
you talked to her earlier. Great job with being honest, by the way. She really appreciated that. Yeah, just go ahead and check the back real quick.
Yeah, I have my son. He's gonna go check out the bag real quick and see if there's anything for you. That's the first nice thing I've done all day. Well, make sure to leave us 5 stars on Facebook and yeah. So I prescribed you a bunch of stuff. Definitely not gonna be able to afford. So your coming in here today was pointless. Again, I think you do have allergies, which you kind of already figured out because you have them every single year. So why you paid $100 to come in here today is beyond me. I don't know. Not my problem. Hey man, it is what it is. Yeah. Do I give refunds? No. Unfortunately not. Yeah. No. You've already spoken with the provider, so legally, I can keep your money. You've had the visit. The visit's basically done with at this point. I just have to hit really send on the medications. Okay, well, let's see here. We've gotten your $100. Would highly recommend you get some health insurance. That way we can charge at least $200 to the insurance. Yeah. And yeah, judging by some factors, I'm sure we could bill for a couple more dollars than normal. Yep. Alright, well, with that, any questions for me? You're never coming back here? Well, that's not a question, that's more of a statement, like, let's be honest. I mean, you already gave us your $100. We don't care if you come back. Again, you see there's like 20 people outside. So, you not coming back would help those other 20 people get in line faster. Yep. Oh, 1 second. Hey, what's going on? There's only a bag of chips because everyone took the rest of the food home. Okay, well, you know what? My son has a bag of chips for you on your way out. Again, I know you have a family of 5 to feed. Not my problem, but we're being very generous and giving you some Panera chips. Actually, on second thought, those are kind of good. I could use a little snack right now. I'll be nice and give it to you. Well, no. You know what? You said you're not coming back to my practice ever again, so... Hey, Dylan, hold off on those chips. Give them to me. She said she's not coming back. Yeah, so... You're not getting the chips. I got your $100. Yeah, who's the winner now? Yeah, well... You said that was the most painful doctor's visit you've ever had in your entire life. Well, I mean... Yeah, it's been about 5 hours since you've been here. Really, your medications you won't pick up. And you wasted $100, so... Oh yeah, you won't even be able to afford over-the-counter stuff now. Again, not my problem. I'm making out like a bandit in here. Again, those 20 people that do have insurance times $200. I mean, I'm the one making out like a bandit. Like, so, well, since you're never coming back, I'm glad you had the worst medical experience of your life. We wasted 5 hours of your life. Yes, well, another funny story. We had a woman come in the other day. Our x-ray tech was out. She waited 5 whole hours, and then we told her that the x-ray machine was out, or the x-ray tech was out. So we just gave her a little order slip to go to the hospital and get the x-ray done. She gave us a great review on Facebook. I think she only used like 10 different profanities. So. Yeah, okay, well, if that's all, you're free to leave. In the event that you make a scene or start using profanity, we don't tolerate that. So we'll call the police for trespassing at that point. want to see us try? I mean, we certainly can if you want. I know how upset you are. You honestly might want to watch out for your kidneys, though. You could blow them out at any moment. Yeah, your blood pressure's probably through the roof. Yeah. So, anyway, you can go out the doorway on the front. I'll send all the medications to the pharmacy. Well, what's that? I never asked you what pharmacy you wanted. Oh, yeah, there's a Walgreens right up the road. I just sent them there. Most people. You don't want that one. I already hit send, so I'm not gonna do that. If you want to go back up front and argue with my front desk receptionist, he could certainly. Well, if he's busy with 20 people checking in, he's not gonna. You're gonna have to go to the Walgreens right up the road. Yeah, there's no other option there. Yes, I mean, it's not really that hard. I can just do a couple clicks and change the pharmacy and then just send the medications again. But so the pharmacy, normally they're going to call us and they're going to complain that, hey, you sent these medications to another pharmacy, and they're going to be confused. So I already sent them to Walgreens. You're just going to have to go there. So medication sent. You said you're not coming back, so you're trespassing at this point, and the police will be on the way if you stay any longer. Okay, well, glad that was the worst medical experience you could ever have. Yeah, no, I won't see you next